Now, this is what I consider a challenge. 26 questions. I gotta ask, I hope you'll acknowledge it somewhere in the future. Why 26? Is that just when you ran out of questions, or did you have 26 in mind for a specific reason? But anyhow, question 1, what is your favorite color? Black. Black is my favorite color. Black is beautiful. No, it is not the lack of other colors and blah, blah, blah. It's a pigment, and I like black. What is your favorite food? Pizza. But competing close on pizza are those other health foods, onion rings, barbecued ribs, mashed potatoes with its own stick of butter, and cheeseburgers. So that one goes back and forth, but it's usually always pizza number 1. 3, what is the strangest, stupidest, or scariest thing you have ever done? A friend of mine and I set up another friend for a very bad practical joke. My friend created his own homemade blank. I fired the pistol as if by accident, and he fell down. The third person obviously went insane. But what scares me to this day is my friend who I shot in the back said he felt the puff of air between his shoulder blades. It was the stupidest thing we ever did. And I don't know why to this day I did it. 4, what accomplishment are you most proud of? It's not really an accomplishment of my own, but excuse me. Shortly after I went on disability, my mother's health got worse. She had been healthy all her life, and within a very short span, she got a brain tumor, breast cancer, and finally Lewy body dementia, which is Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. And she definitely did not want to go into a nursing home or hospital. She wanted to die at home. And so for the last 7 years of her life, I and my father took care of her, but I spent a lot of that time so that my dad could stay active in his career. And so it was a blessing in a strange way that I had gotten ill and was unable to work on a regular basis at what I had been doing. And I'm just happy that she got her wish and she died peacefully at home with my dad and myself at her side. Number 5, what do you do for fun beside watch movies? Unfortunately, I don't watch that many movies anymore, but what I find most fun in life is spending time with friends and some family. Laughter is about the greatest thing. I enjoy just hanging out and having fun with the people I care about, and so that is the number 1 thing I do for fun, is just spend time with people that I care about. Number 6, if you could visit any country in the world, where would you go? This is a hard one. I've been an Anglophile all my life, since a very young age, so probably the UK would be my first choice, but Germany, just out of my family, the familiarity of the culture as far as my upbringing, as far as family stories. I'm a Christian. I was raised in the Lutheran Church, so Germany would be a very close second. My dad was lucky enough to make that trip shortly before he died, and had a wonderful time. And so UK number 1, but Germany, I'd be trying to sneak in that second trip while I was over there. 7, if someone asked you for a random piece of advice, what would you say? This one's going to sound preachy, but it's the truth. It's how I live my life. This is the Bible. I would not tell somebody, read the Bible. I would tell somebody, study the Bible. You're going to get nothing out of this, or very little. That's a lie. You could get a lot out of it by just picking it up and reading it. But as we all know, it can be twisted, it can be turned. If you look over, I'm going to get it wrong, that way, All those books, they're on religion. I've spent 50 years of my 52 years. I started Sunday school at age 2, and I still have barely scratched the surface. So that would be my advice if you're looking for answers. Don't just read the Bible. Don't just form your opinion on how people who say they read the Bible live their lives. I would say pick it up, read it, and then really study it for yourself. Number 8. What are some things that scare you? Oh, there's a lot of things that scare me. The list in my personal life has gone down. The list on the macro scale, the growth in moral relativism, the devaluing of life throughout the world, especially just the cheapening of how people seem to treat each other, the apathy that people have in the direction that the world is going. These are all things that scare me and make me very sad for the future. If you could go back in history, and who would you like to meet? That's always a loaded question, because you didn't say, do I get a translator? If I'm going to go back, lots of people I'd like to meet. I speak English. If I had perfect understanding, Leonardo da Vinci would be the person I'd want to meet. If I'm limited to somebody who speaks English, a very close second would be Dr. Benjamin Franklin. What is your favorite joke? Cats on the roof. I don't know if I should tell the whole joke, but it's the cats on the roof. The gentleman loves his cat. It's his pride and joy, the center of his universe. And for work, he's told that he has to go out of town, and he's just fretting. He doesn't know what he's going to do because he can't leave his cat. His brother says, I'll take care of the cat. I know you love it. I'll take care of the cat. And the brother hems and ossifies, says, okay, but I'm going to call home every night and see how the cat's doing, and you better take care of it. And yeah. Gets him on the plane. The guy flies off. First night, calls home to his brother, and he says, how's the cat? His brother says, sorry, man, the cat's dead. Stunned silence on the other line. Finally, he says, you son of a bitch. He says, it was just one of those things. It was nature. There's nothing I could do. No, you know how dear the cat was to me, and you just say the cat is dead? Well, what the hell should I have said, the brother asked. Well, you knew I was going to be calling. You could have said the first night, cat's on the roof and we can't get it down. Then I would have known, something was up, and I could have started preparing myself. The other brother nods to himself. Second night I call, you could have said, well, the cat fell off the roof, but we rushed it to the hospital, and it's tense, but things are looking good. Well, then I could have prepared myself even more, and I would have known, it was 50-50. And the brother says, yeah, I can see that. And then when I called the third night, you could have said, I don't know, bro, the cat's taking a turn for the worse. We're all praying, we're hoping for the best. And I would have been prepared. I would have been in the back of my head that, maybe I should come home, maybe things were bad, but, there's still a chance. And then when I called the last night, you just said, we did everything we could, but the cat just didn't pull through. There's again silence on the phone, and the brother who was taking care of the cat says, I am so sorry. You are so right. I should have done that. It was totally heartless of me. I know what the cat meant to you. I don't know how I'll ever make it up to you. Can you forgive me? And the brother who's out of town says, yeah, I know. I overreacted. I'm sure you did your best. It's a cat. So how's Mom doing? Mom's on the roof. We can't get her down. I love that joke. I'm sorry. I know it's bad, and you saw where it was going. Let's see. Boy, this is hard to follow when you have to read your own handwriting. Number 11. Do you like spicy foods? Yes, I love spicy foods. Spicy foods do not love me. I have reflux and Barrett syndrome. Barrett's syndrome is basically reflux gone wild. So I love it, but I do not eat much spicy food anymore. Greasy I still give into, but spicy not so much. What is your favorite or lucky number? 13. I like 13 because you're not supposed to. Number 13. If you were an animal, what would you be? Most people already think I am an animal. I would probably want to be a primate, so I wouldn't be eating raw flesh, but I've always had a fondness for wolves. I like the pack mentality, but I also like polar bears and Siberian tigers. I'm going to go with wolf, but I'm betting the animal I would end up being is roadkill. Number 14. What embarrasses you? Needing to ask for help. It never fails. I am lousy at it. I find it near impossible. Asking for help embarrasses me no matter what. If it's a big thing or a small thing, I just hate asking for help. Number 15. If you could try a job for a day, what would it be? It's obvious. POTUS. I should be President of the United States. You can see it, right? 16. If you could learn a random skill, what would it be? I'm not sure it's a skill. I think it's a gift, but to sing would be my choice. My speaking voice is fine. People understand me. I've been making a living. I was making a living off it from the age of 14 on, annoying people on the phone and doing phone work and such. So my speaking voice is fine, but I sing horribly. I mean, there are animals having things tested on them that sound more wonderful than I sound when I sing. So singing would be my choice. 17, what's the first thing you notice about a person? But you didn't clarify male or female. No. Seriously, I notice if people smile. If they smile, it's just a good omen. That's the first thing I tend to notice. If a person smiles when you meet them, I tend to, so it's not a perfect system, but smile is very important to me. Number 18, would you kill an innocent person if it saved a dozen other people? No. I didn't even have to think about that one. No. I'd like to think if it was a choice, would I give up my own life? Yeah. I mean, that's easier said than actually meeting it head on, but I would never sacrifice somebody else's life. It's not mine to take or give, so no. Number 19, what are a couple of your favorite websites? YouTube, duh. Facebook, Goodreads, and the Drudge Report would probably be the ones I frequent the most often. Number 20, if someone made a movie of your life, who would you like to play you? John Candy, because it would mean he was still alive. So my vote, John Candy. Number 21, is there anything purple within 10 feet of you? My folder that I keep my paper in, and my nice soft blanket that I sleep on at night. So yes, I have two purple things, and that's about it in my room. I'm not Prince, or the artist formerly known as Prince, so I don't have a lot of purple around me. But it is a big thing in Minnesota. If you're not aware, between Prince and the Vikings, you gotta have some purple in your life. Number 22. Grab a book, open it to page 12, and read the fourth line. Well, I just did a video about books, so I have a bunch of books here. Problem is I don't have my cheaters from the dollar store, so I'm farsighted. I wear glasses to read. Page 10, page 12, line 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unrestrained sweet tongue, soft lips, enticed his desire. From this book, Celladors. It's an anthology, Words of Beauty, Tales of Terror, edited by Shauna L. Bernard. Look up in Goodreads or Amazon. Lots of good stuff to offer. 23. How many keys are on your key ring? The question should be, how many key rings? This is one of my car rings. Has 2 keys. My sister and brother-in-law have my car at this time, so they have my second set of car keys. It also has 2. And this is my apartment set. So this has my apartment key, my mailbox key, and my storage shed key. So 3, 2, and 2. Multiple answer, or 7. Say your name backwards. Mitt. Tim backwards is Mitt. Or Libya Kram Yumut Omit is Timothy Mark Gable backwards. What famous person would you not want to haunt you? Adolf Hitler. All that German, all that shouting, coming at you all the time. No, don't think so. If you were on a desert island with 3 famous people, this is number 26. Last one obviously then was 25 if I didn't say it. Number 26. If you were on a desert island with 3 famous people, who would they be? This is a trick question. If I want to survive, I'm going to pick Adam and Jamie from Mythbusters and that Survivor guy from the series I've never seen. Because they'll keep me alive. They'll build MacGyver style all the crap we need. Have a better chance of survival. If you're asking what 3 people would I just want to be stranded with to enjoy their company, famous people, it would be Martin Scorsese, Quentin Tarantino. Can't imagine the conversations with those 2 about movies. And Jessica Biel. I'm sure she'd have a lot to offer, but I would just look at her, and her husband wouldn't be around. So, yes, eye candy, I'm a sexist. Get over it. I think she's a very attractive woman who has made very few films that I want to watch. But as far as talking, Scorsese and Tarantino alone on an island talking film and probably books and who knows what else would be amazing. And then I'm going to make a second video for the story. So this is part 1 of my response to the 200 subscriber contest. More to come. And thanks. Take care.